wait, did I test it? It's totally slimy. Hello. Time to take a break. I'm not sure this is such a good idea. Hello and welcome to my perfect weekend in Copenhagen. Now this city is a paradise for cyclists, so I'm going to do as the Danes do and discover it by bike. So let's go. I first ride along the waterfront, taking in some of the sights as I make my way to the city's most famous landmark, the Little Mermaid, inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, a tragic love story, which also made its way to Hollywood. So, Copenhagen is known for the Little Mermaid, and you have this impression that it's going to be this big thing. And then you get here, and just this tiny little girl is sitting in the water.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. And the setting is excellent.
She dies in the end.
Oh.
She dies in the end. We don't want to talk about that.
We all have to die.
Yeah, that's true. We all have to die. All right, enjoy your stay. For a closer look at more creatures of the deep blue sea, I head next to Denmark's National Aquarium, the Blue Planet. Here there are fish, including sharks and other species, from all over the world. Managing Director John Didderiksen fills me in on more details.
This aquarium is in Northern Europe's largest aquarium with the largest variety of fish and the largest number of aquariums in total. We have more than 48 different aquariums, thousands of different fish and sea creatures, and there's more than 7 million liters of water in total here.
Tell me what one or two must-sees are here at the aquarium.
Our sea otters are a must-see here. They are fantastic. The second one will be the hammer sharks. They are fantastic animals as well. You should definitely see them.
John also tells me that divers with licenses can swim with these sharks and help clean the tanks at the same time. The sea otters were rescued from Alaska. So they're eating shellfish. I think these guys are better fed than I am. There's also an open tank where visitors can actually pet the stingrays. And this is my special tip for a perfect weekend in Copenhagen, a visit to the National Aquarium. Time now for something to eat, and for that I head to the Reffen street food market where I meet up with founder Jesper Møller. There are over 40 stalls here. What's typically Danish here?
The typical Danish is, of course, flæskesteg, crispy pork, and smørrebrød.
All right, say that again.
Smørrebrød. Smørrebrød. Yeah.
What?
Smørrebrød.
Smørrebrød.
Yeah.
And what was the first one?
Flæskesteg.
Flæskesteg.
Yeah.
And what's that?
That's crispy pork. That's
Crispy
something we eat always for Christmas.
Okay.
It's also something we eat in the past when Denmark was a farmer country.
Okay.
So we always eat a lot of pork here in Denmark. The last thing we have that's very Danish is we have roast mackerel.
Okay.
Just on the grill.
And what's the Danish word for mackerel?
The same.
Mackerel. That's easy. Thank goodness, that's easy. First stop.
Yeah.
Crispy pig. I go on a mini taste tour to try these Danish specialties. Each chef here specializes in one or two specific dishes. They're also offered financial incentives if they go organic. It's hard to go hungry here at Reffen. This is my culinary tip for a perfect weekend in Copenhagen, trying something typically Danish, like smørrebrød or
Crispy pork.
Or
roast mackerel.
Or roasted mackerel. Yeah. The sun has come out just in time for me to check out the royal palaces. The royal family is often out and about, so maybe I'll get lucky and see the queen. When the flags are up, then the queen is in. But as we can see, the flags are down, so that means she's probably on holiday. Finally, I round off my day back at Nyhavn Harbor with its colorful gabled houses, cafes, and restaurants. A real must-see and a perfect place to spend the evening. My second day in Copenhagen starts off on the King's New Square with the Royal Theatre, a luxury department store, and the 16th century Hotel d'Angleterre as my backdrop. And this is where I enjoy a typical Danish breakfast, including eggs and, of course, a Danish. Once fueled up, I'm ready for a visit to the Design Museum Denmark. Nordic design is not just famous for its timelessness, but also for its originality. Here you can find real classics like the Egg Chair by Arne Jacobsen or Lamps by Carl Klint. The Danish chair, an international affair. Let's go behind the curtain and find out what's here. This room is a treasure trove of chair design. I see a design icon over here, the Panton chair from Werner Panton. Now, if you want to know more about the designers, you can pull out these panels and read about them here. So it says Werner Panton was the enfant terrible of Danish design. And this is my culture tip for a perfect weekend in Copenhagen, a visit to the Design Museum, Denmark. The Tivoli Gardens amusement park is my final stop on my weekend tour. It opened in 1843 and has been a destination for fun ever since. Ellen Dahl has worked here for over 25 years. All right, and your personal recommendation here, what would what should I do?
If you come to Tivoli Gardens for the first time, the main thing is just walk around and take in the scenery. Slow down your pace, relax, do as the Danes do, just be.
Hygge.
Hygge.
Hygge. Just be cozy, sort of the feeling. I can do that. But the ride?
Yeah, well, if you have a list of things you know must do, things, if you're that kind of person, you must go and try the roller coaster. You must see a pantomime ballet.
Oh, that we can do, yeah.
And you must have a big ice cream.
Ooh, that I can do too.
So
well, I don't know about the roller coaster. I have a tendency to get, nauseous, so don't know if I can do that.
4-year-olds do it.
Pardon me?
4-year-olds do it.
Okay, well, if the 4-year-old can do it, then I can eat the ice cream, though. 4-year-olds do that as well.
True.
All right.
That's true.
All right. Well, let's go check out more of this park. If 4-year-olds can do it, then I guess I can too. I'm going on this roller coaster from 1914. Let's go. My safety bar seems loose, and I'm quickly starting to regret this decision, but luckily the ride goes fast and is over before I know it. That was quite a ride, to say the least. I'm a little bit shattered from that, but this is my activity tip for a perfect weekend in Copenhagen. I take it down a notch now with some ballet by Tivoli's own dance company. It consists of 20 classically trained dancers from all over the world. This is The Steadfast Tin Soldier by Hans Christian Andersen. With costumes by Danish Queen Margrethe, who often contributes her design talents to Tivoli's theater productions. Now I'm on the lookout for more exciting rides, but not this one. My goodness, now that's what I call a throw-up machine. I would never go on that. The merry-go-round is more my pace, and it helps me work up my appetite for ice cream from Tivoli's oldest ice cream parlor. And this wraps up my tour of my perfect weekend in Copenhagen. But join me again as I explore more exciting European destinations. And until then, it's happy travels. I'm ready to visit the park. Bye.
Yes, and I'm ready to go. Bye.
So tell me what I should say.
I should
Yes, you should tell me what to say. Okay. Bike, not really used to it because I'm a car person, as most of you know. So silly bike.
Yeah, because yesterday you had it this way.
That's fine. We changed it this time. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
right.
Wow. I can do it like this. Is that better like that or like this? It could be either way. It doesn't matter. It's a pony. Not really sure what this is. It reminds me of the House of Magic.